Welcome to Landrianka on YouTube. Here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. Actually, do you know if we just worked on the fear part, I'd be out of business. Wouldn't that be great? I don't get paid to do this anyways, but wouldn't it be great? If we didn't have fears, there would be nothing to talk about other than what we can do for each other, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. Do you realize that all of the dissatisfaction, all of the worry, all of the blah, 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 I'm unhappy out there, all of it has to do with focusing on yourself and what others do to you, which is focusing on yourself. It's all about me. What I'm not getting, what I want, what somebody else can do for me. So I get this all the time. I get emails from people that tell me what I need to do to help them. Now in my internet training, I actually ask, if I could do something for you today to change your life, what would it be? Not because I'm going to do anything for them to change their life, because only they can do that, but because I want to know where their concerns lie. And if I can give assist in a solution, I'm going to do it because they're reaching out. But I have to tell you something. Only you can make the changes in your life. And the first one needs to stop focusing on you and what you get and what others should be doing for you, or what the world should be doing for you or giving you. That's a formula that doesn't work. Ever. Look at history. Me, 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 we want wars. We want. We don't like what you're doing. We don't like what you're doing, so we're going to battle this. Let's harm another. Let's eliminate others. That'll stop the problem. We'll just get rid of people. It just keeps going, and the problem, of course, never goes away. It just accelerates. In fact, it's going to work against anybody who goes down that path. Ultimately does work against them. What? Because you're sending negative energy out into the universe and it's sending it back. There's an ultimate end there that's not going to be good. So why not correct all these things in this lifetime? All right, let me take a sip of coffee. It's really early here in Atlanta. So it's right around Christmas, as you can probably see, 2017. It's December 2nd, and I'm going to go to a little Christmas fair, and then I'm going to get on the phone with some people, help them to find some solutions for changing their lives, doing some internet marketing, which you always see pop up here. It's what I do. It's one of the things I do for a living. And I think about what really works. When I was in the financial industry, and you may really relate to this, you may be in an industry, because most of them are, taking industries. Some of them appear to be giving, but it's usually giving because they want to take more than they're giving. Now, I'm not talking about money, because you know me, I'm all for, in fact, I think it's ridiculous to go through life thinking that you have to be broke or that it's wrong. I think that we should be focused on abundance, not the money, but the giving of everything. If you stopped focusing on yourself and what other people are doing to you or what you don't have, you wouldn't be unhappy. Seriously, if you stopped thinking about lack, what you don't have, or what you have you don't want, you would be totally happy. Because there would be nothing to worry about, right? You're not worried about what you do or don't have. And where everything revolves around that. The me, the ego, Eckhart Tolle got some great training on this. The ego, the little me calls it, always sitting there talking about, you need this, you should have that, they shouldn't say that to you. Me, me, me. this has to stop. And the only way we can stop it is by training ourselves to stop acting and thinking that way. Because we've been programmed. And I'm not blaming others, because we are the other. So we've done that to ourselves. So nobody's done this to you. You're part of that consciousness. Even if you weren't in this body, you were part of that collective consciousness that everything pulls from, because we're all one thing. So I want you to remember that, because if you're thinking about me, you're not understanding that you are everything, including the energy of money, the energy of love, the energy of that new job you want, the energy of a healthy relationship, the energy of health, all exists within you, is part of you. You are it, all of it. It's not outside of you. So when you're sitting here thinking, I need this to be happy, I don't have this, or I have this and I don't want it, you're thinking as an individual separate from everything else that you can have and be. And that's where the warped thinking comes in, and beliefs. And so you get caught in this little powerless little me that needs everything outside of it to make it happy. And somebody else has that power to make you happy. Some material thing has the power to make you happy. You are the material thing. You are the power. You are that relationship. You are everything. This is a concept that's very difficult for the human brain to wrap around. So don't try to. Just know there are no limits to you and what you can do and attract. But when you're so focused on that, the message is, I'm not happy unless I have that. And so the message is, I have lack and I'm not happy. Even though you think, yes, I can get all these things, if you're so focused on it to bring the happiness, then you're not believing you can have it. You're separate from it. You're saying, right now, I'm unhappy because I don't have it. You do have it. It's going to show up as soon as you let that go and know you do, and that you can create anything you want. But it's this worry. People say, why can't I manifest? And I tell you, right now, why? You probably know this. Your worrying says you don't believe it. You're focused on the negative. Your focus is not on the life you have when you're in that situation. It's focused on the life that you have that isn't satisfactory. So the focus is on me, I don't have, I need. Let it go. We all experience that. I'm a human being. That stuff shows up. There's always some twinge somewhere that's, when things don't happen the way I'd like them to. And I got to step back and say, woo, those old feelings, they never actually completely go away. We just have to be aware of them. And they just don't have any control over me. And if they creep in, I say, okay, I know where it's coming from. There's a situation that's a traditional way that I'm not supposed to be living, or, this is not the way we're supposed to function. So there's something that kicks in from the collective consciousness, from what I've been told, how I was conditioned as a kid in a Midwest family of how you think and how you should live and how you save your money and how you work and how you live. We're told so many things in our lives. You should never get divorced, or you should work hard and save and have 2.1 kids or whatever it is. We have all these things that we're told. So it's all about me, what I should do and what you should do, and we're all consumed with being human. When you project out and you give and you focus on the other that you are, the other person, that other human being out there, what can I contribute to the world, the collective consciousness, even if it's my thinking, how can I contribute right now? I'm going to tell you right now how you can start. I hope you do this every day. I want you to send that light and love and abundance out to the world. And I picture it as a beautiful, sparkling white light that just starts to spread out from my heart around this globe. And I imagine everybody feeling it, feeling different. Something's different today. I'm feeling lighter. Why was I worried? I have nothing to worry about. This is a beautiful world. Or somebody who's angry and, they're going to load up a gun and go do something stupid says, you know what? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. This isn't about anybody else. This is about me, and I don't want to be angry anymore. And they go find a church, or somebody steps into their life that says, you know what? There's another way. And that power that you have can do that. And if we all send that out every day, as many times a day as you can think of it, you are giving. You're sending that light and love and abundance out to yourself because you are one. We're one. So when you're sending it out, it affects you. You raise that frequency, you're raising your frequency. It's all one thing. Don't do it because you want something back. That's me again. Me, me, me. Redirect your focus. Know that you can release all these things that you're worried about and focus on doing good things and being happy and giving and loving, not to a fault, still taking care of you and knowing what can I contribute to the world? What can I contribute to somebody else? Not to tell them what to do or enable them. They need to make their own choices. Let them have their journey. But when something is needed, can I be the one to give it in a positive way? You'll start thinking less about little me and what you can get, and you're going to start receiving things in a big way. And abundance will show up in your life. Joy will show up in your life. Can you spend a day not thinking about the little me? So when you're giving and you're not focused about it, and you'll catch yourself all day, you'll catch yourself if you're in a negative space, it's always because you're worried about what you're getting or what you're not getting. Always. Fear-based. So how do we get away from that? When you give, when you send your energy, your light and love, when you meditate on just abundance and light and love for everybody, healing, joy. Joy is number one. Love is number one. Why? Because from that, everything beautiful comes. Prosperity. Prosperity. Health. No one will ever lack for anything because when we're all giving, everything's available. Can you imagine walking out the door and everybody's just giving? The neighbors are going, hey, I've got some food over here. Would you like? I baked some bread. And the other neighbor's going, here's some wine and cheese. Would you like some? Oh my gosh. And you're going, wait a minute. I've got to give something here. I want to give. I've got some things here that I made that, some little toys that I made that from crafts that I'd like to do. You have kids, don't you? Can you imagine that? We'd be like, oh, okay, I've got it. Wow, I've got so much. It's because we're constantly giving, which means you're going to be receiving. Think of it that way. Think of everybody walking around just giving stuff, giving. That means that everybody out there is giving your one things too. That's how it works. So when we all start to do that, give, you'll be shocked at what starts to come back. And it may not be from the same person you gave to. It's an energy you're sending out. That I'm abundant, I have enough, I'm giving. And even if you're giving, some people are going to suck my energy. They can't suck your energy. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, right? Nobody can suck your energy. You just have to stay away from negative energy because it will have an effect on you. But you still have your energy. You pull it in. You've got access to anything. Nothing has power over you. And you'll have energy changes and frequencies constantly, but you're still in control of it. You still can make choices to change anything. And when you send light and love, you're not losing energy, you're actually expanding it. So when you imagine your heart light and joy and your whole body just pulsating with this beautiful light and energy and love, and you push that out to the universe. Prosperity. You want prosperity? Wish it for everybody. Wish this whole planet to be prosperous and abundant, never wanting and needing for anything. Send light and love into your coffee. I know, sounds crazy, it works, it's true. Not because I'm talking woo-woo, because experiments have proven that the molecular structure of this coffee changes when I send light and love and abundance and healing and wonderful things into it. And then I drink that, it goes into my body. And that energy continues on, nothing stops. We can convert everything, everything's energy, we can raise the frequency. When you stop thinking about the little me and focus it, turn it around, what can I do? What can I do today? Because that's helping me raise my own frequency, and that's what I need to do to contribute to the collective consciousness. Not sit here, worry, or blame people. I need to focus on others. And how am I thinking every day about others? So when you walk outside, catch yourself. Are you thinking something negative? Is there somebody you don't really like, and every time they do something, you're like, ugh? Have you ever liked somebody, and then all of a sudden they did something you didn't like, and now all of a sudden everything they do annoys you? And maybe, a few months earlier, everything they did was funny and cute, right? It's a whole mindset that you can control. So have compassion for the other. Think about the other and the giving. What can I do? And sometimes just send them blessings and let go of your negative thoughts, your judgment. I'm going to have my coffee. And I'm going to go to a Christmas fair, walk around, and see all the people that are buying things and giving to one another. It's never ending, is it? Right? We're on here. We have a mission. We have a mission. You and I, we got a job to do. We've got to be there for each other with our energy, with our physical giving and loving. We have got to just be the best we can be. Every moment, catch yourself and get off of the little me and start to connect to the big you that is everything that's huge. Huge. Have you ever connected to it? It's huge. You actually feel like you're filling up the room, and you don't feel like you're in your body anymore. You're actually back here looking at it. I've done that. I've walked around like this where your consciousness is here. It's almost an effort to speak because you're not really connected to your body. You don't have anything to say. There's nothing to say anymore. You're in such a blissful place. And the room is huge. Because you're huge, your energy is now expanding out into it. Literally. So you're actually out here, your consciousness is out here, and you feel it. And you're not connected to the little me in here that's so dense, that thinks that's what it is. You're out here to everything. And boy, I'll tell you what, when I connect to that, oh my gosh, stuff starts to show up because you can manifest anything out here. You are in all of this. When you're connecting to that, that's where wave turns into particle and brings things into the physical world. So push your light and love out. Send it out to everyone and everything. Stop thinking about yourself and what you want, you have to be happy, and start saying, how do I contribute as a human being? Maybe it's making myself become a more loving person. And I have to make that happen. That's up to me to make that happen. I have that power. You can contribute in any way you want. It's not all about money. And trust me, that abundance will flow for you. You're whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and truly happy. It's there. Namaste.